Tashidele everyone. Today, as we are observing 67 Tibetan Women's Uprising Day, I take this opportunity to address my message to the People's Republic of China and to their leaders. Tibetan Uprising Day, observed on March 10, commemorates the 1959 Tibetan Uprising Day, which began on March 10, 1959, and the Tibetan Women's Uprising Day of March 12, 1959, involving thousands of Tibetan women against the presence of PRC in Tibet. On 12 March 1959, thousands of Tibetan women gathered in front of Potala Palace in Lhasa on the ground called Dripu Yulke Thang. The leader of this non-violent demonstration was Pamuk Kunsangla. This demonstration, now known and widely observed and commemorated as Tibetan Women's Uprising Day against the Chinese rule and repression in Tibet. On 14th March, at the same location, thousands of women assembled in a protest led by Pamo Gurteng Kunsang, a member of the aristocratic Kunteling family and the mother of six, who was later arrested by the Chinese and executed by firing squad. From this until now, Tibetan women in Tibet has continuously stood up to raise their voices against PRC's illegal repression and inhuman treatment. Until now, around 157, including 131 male and 26 female, Tibetans had self-immolated and thousands were killed by the PRC. We pay our deepest homage to all the martyrs and pledge that their voices and demands will continue echoing in the world, and one day PRC's illegal occupation and exploitations will definitely come to an end. Today, as we commemorate the 67th Tibetan Women's Uprising Day, let's recall and honor the 26 Tibetan women who self-immolated for our country's cause and for the return of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama to Tibet. Pamo Tenzin Wangmo from Ngaba, Pamo Palden Chozo from Tau country, Pamo Tenzin Chodun from Ngaba, Pamo Tsirinki from Machu, Pamo Rinchen from Ngaba, Pamo Rikyo from Ngaba, Pamo Diki Chonzom from Yushul, Pamo Dulkar So from Cho Gandin Choling, Pamo Pasang Lamo from Kikudo, Pamo Tamting Cho from Repkong, Pamo Tenzin Dolma from Repkong, Pamo Chakmo Ki from Repkong, Pamo Sangye Dolma from Do Karmo Tseko, Pamo Benchen Ki from Do Karmo Tseko, Pamo Kunchok Wangmo from Ngaba, Pamo Kalki from Ngaba, Pamo Jukso from Ngaba, Pamo Wangchen Dolma from Taktok Minya, Pamo Dolma from Batang Karze, Pamo Tsepel from Ngapa, Pamo Norchuk from Ngapa, Pamo Ishikanto from Karze, Pamo Sangetso from Choni, Pamo Tashiki from Sangkok Sangchu, Pamo Sonamtso from Zoge, Pamo Atse from Dzogchen Monastery, Dar Tseto Karze. In history of Tibet's struggle, Tibetan women's engagement, dedication and sacrifices will always be mentioned with great message to the whole world. Today, let's together urge and demand directly to the People's Republic of China, their leaders, and especially simultaneously to the PRC public that it is now enough of suppression, exploitation of Tibet's plateau, eradication of Tibetan language and culture, restriction of practicing religion and forceful engaging in our religious practices and traditions, ban in Tibet of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama's portrait and Tibetan national flag, forced abduction of innocent Tibetans and especially abduction of 11th Panchen Lama Gendun Shogin Nima. Let's urge to the PRC to come for peaceful dialogue and resolve the Sino-Tibet conflict immediately. PRC's inhuman behavior on Tibet and Tibetans should immediately stop and must respect the very best of freedom of human rights and freedom of preservation of our own unique identity, culture, language and religion. Tibetans, under the world-renowned spiritual leader, His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama, has peacefully displayed our 7 decades of resistance, and within the hope that along with His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama, we will all reunite in Tibet and with the middle way approach of living together as one human being. I sincerely urge PRC on this important day of 67 Tibetan Women's Uprising Day to listen to the voices of Tibetans both inside and outside Tibet, and let's create a peaceful and harmonious future. Long live His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama. Thank you.